was that I was talking about before. But from what I can see here is spirits are a blessing, okay? For a lot of individuals will be bringing or orchestrating something together with you, an individual. Now this individual, it could be three specific signs or three different signs, earth sign, fire sign, and air sign. And I was picking up on heavy, specifically Gemini earlier. Now this is an individual who's King of Pentacles, first and foremost, who is very creative. They're doing something on the side. Maybe they're into investing or the arts. But the certain thing that this individual does, they want to bring someone along. And the cards that had fell out earlier was maybe this individual is leaving a situation. Let me see what cards had fell out. It was the Ten of Wands, Knight of Cups, and I can't remember the other two, but it was a situation that this person was leaving. It just kind of came out that way. I don't really think that's what the situation was, but there is an energy of someone being left behind or something being left behind, and they have to fend for themselves. Now with the Two of Swords and the King of Swords, there's a decision that they're kind of like in the process of making, but they know who and where they want to go towards. Ace of Pentacles, and wherever it is that they head towards, they're going to try to make it work. Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Now the reason as to why I say this person was a Gemini is because in this particular card, you know, this individual has, I was specifically looking at the two faces that he has. The one dark face is him behind the scenes. I want to say working with spirit, or spirit is working with this individual to do something. That's the creative side of them. And that creative side has something to do with the King of Wands energy. So they're visionarily seeing something that they can create in the physical and be prosperous with. But then the face that's front and center, the lighter face, the lighter side is like, you don't know what this individual is doing. You will never know. Even though this deck specifically has a couple individuals who have two faces, it was specifically the two that I seen here, and then as I'm looking at the King of Pentacles, he has two as well. But that was more prevalent to me. Even though they have the two faces, that was just more prevalent to me. And then with the Two of Swords, it's what led me to believing he was maybe a strong Gemini, and a strong Gemini, either in his chart or might be an actual Gemini. But whatever it is that this person is doing behind the scenes with the darker face, they want to keep it going to wherever it is that they're heading towards, for sure. Now and then at the bottom of the deck was the Hangman, Knight of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. I mean the World. So it's going to happen. He's making it happen. But it's also something that's kind of meant to happen, because this is all being brought to someone. The King of Pentacles, King of Wands energy is working with the Most High in order for an intervention to show up. Well, not an intervention, but it's something, fate. I'm hearing fate. So naturally, like, okay, this is just, I guess counterparts are coming together, or I guess a situation is going to happen where two people are going to meet. But for another clarification was the Ten of Swords is at the bottom of this deck as being the truth, and then the Lovers with the Six of Pentacles. And now I'm just seeing the Six of Swords. So it's someone is being given an opportunity by someone else, or someone wants to continue what someone wants to pursue someone partnership and have it, be something that's long-term and actually working. But the way the cards have been falling out and the way that I'm seeing it, there's no real reason for it not to be lovers. Now, with the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands, I don't know about their energy. I don't know why they're there, but it could be those certain individuals who were heavily toxic in their life, or just dark in a sense. And with the Queen of Swords being out here, it really does feel like because these two are couples. It's funny because right now I'm looking at the Queen of Swords facing the King of Wands, and the King of Wands is facing the Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Wands has a whole bunch of chaoticness going on around him. Be it be the 3 kids that he has. And she's kind of like, I can't tell. That's why I had a hard time being able to pick up on what is that mental confusion, because there is a mental confusion that someone is doing to someone. I don't know if she wants to be alone. I don't know, is it that she wants to call it quits? But there's a heavy toxic situation going on there, because she's up in arms and he's doing all of the labor. So it's like, what's really going on? What's happening? Once again, okay, well, the Devil's out here, 2 of Pentacles, Hangman, and Hierophant. So again, we have the Most High out here with the Judgment, and then all the cards was falling out, Hierophant was showing itself, but then we had the Devil for the 3rd time. 2 in the original and then 1 in this one. So there is some sort of battle. There is a battle, because if she's up in arms, why are you up in arms? He has a stick in his hand, but it's not like he's using it in offense or defense. It's just there's a whole bunch of chaoticness going on around him. So maybe she's doing it, but if she is doing it, why? Like, what's going on with these individuals? Okay, how about this? Because there has to be something in between them. There has to be something in the middle. Because why is the card that falls out is Justice? Okay. Force. And Knight of Swords, Six of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so if a blessing and a natural occurrence is happening over here, and I think the same thing is happening over here, but if a union is coming over here, a separation is happening over here. Because for justice to be in the middle, that's why I felt there was something in the middle, because it just didn't make sense. Why are you up in arms? You're up in arms because you're leaving a situation. You're trying to divorce, you're trying to separate, or maybe it's just naturally happening. Something is coming to the light, because I'm looking at the moon right now. Like something is being illuminated. Oh, okay, the full moon. But the sun is illumination, but for some reason, this is naturally happening because full moon is releasing. So this has to occur. So if she's up in arms, then I guess Queen of Swords energy is trying to leave. And the King of Pentacles has a whole bunch of chaoticness around him because he's maybe not understanding why this is happening or why all of a sudden she's dipping. Or why is all of this mess occurring? Okay, so justice, why is this occurring on the Queen of Swords' side? That's too much. Two of Pentacles. Why is all of this mess coming from the King of Wands side? Nine of Swords. Three of Cups, Eight of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Star, and Pit. So someone was never happy in the situation, one or the other. But I think it was mostly, okay, both of them were not too happy in the situation, but one of them kind of was doing things on the side, doing things on the sly. Definitely. I was gonna say maybe it's the King of Wands, but then I'm being guided to clarify what the Nine of Swords is, because for some reason I don't think it really was this King of Wands. Why Nine of Swords? What kept you up at night? You found something, you heard something, you seen something, something was uncovered. That's why there's a lot of Tower. That's why there was a lot of chaoticness around you, because you realized that this whole time you was in this relationship, in this partnership with this Queen of Swords, you was always alone. There was never really there was no love there. There was no love. And I'm kind of, as I was saying love, I kind of was like, I don't know, loosely saying it, or didn't want to say it because there wasn't any. King of Wands energy was always alone. Who is this King of Wands? For the individuals. Ten of Swords. have to be an air sign. It's just mostly someone just realized that this whole time there wasn't in a committed something with this Queen of Swords. They were always alone because someone was dipping out. Both were unhappy, but one of them was always doing something about it, leaving the other one to think that they both were in a situation when in fact she dipped out a long time ago. He was always alone in that situation. That's why he has a lot of chaoticness. Maybe, if not chaoticness, kids. But if it's not kids, there's chaos. There's just chaos. There's just a whole bunch of things are not peaceful. I could just say that. So then, what's the Two of Wands? Two of Pentacles. Spirits. Well, definitely juggling. That's for sure. Juggling what? What was you doing on the side? What was going on the side? Okay. Ten of Pentacles and a Two of Wands. So you were trying to make a life elsewhere. Of course, this is the fourth time. So I think this whole time Queen of Swords energy was toxic. This is why I said that this individual was kind of like had a hold and a grip on some of you guys, and they wanted you to be around to kind of like cater to them while they weren't really trying to give you anything. They just never cared to. So obviously when I had said that, conversing with them and actually being real with them, it was going to go in one ear, not the other. They weren't going to try to hear that, because this is a person that's going to want to do whatever it is that they want to do. It's just bottom line. This person doesn't care. Heavy toxic, just no good, doing doing things in the dark. Doing things in the dark. Because I did say that this dark face right here was someone doing something behind the scenes, but this is, the good side or the good version. But I think there was something here that this Queen of Swords was trying to stop or get in the way of. So I don't know what correlation she has over here. A truth was revealed, something was said, something was heard, something was seen. And if it's not that, it could be a divorce or some type of separation, some type of something that's like right there. And both parties are kind of like forced to whatever must be done, go y'all separate ways. Trying to make a life elsewhere, Ten of Pentacles, Two of Wands, but that's not going to go anywhere. for sure. It may be promising now, whomever is promising her whatever. Or guy, male or female. It is specifically a Queen of Swords energy though. Feminine energy, heavy. But like I said, male or female. But for sure, someone is realizing that they've been alone this whole time in a situation. Which ultimately will, and then lead them to kind of like bouncing back from it. So they were, I mean, it's kind of funny because I think this King of Wands always knew, because for the Star card to pop out, two people were happy. Both was doing something about it, but one of them was kind of like keeping to themselves, maybe, going to the gym, meditating, reading. They were just doing things for them. So they weren't really, if they found unhappiness, they made themselves happy in the best way possible. So once they end up realizing that this whole time they were alone, I don't think it's really too much of a problem in order for them to continue being in this energy, the star energy. However, both individuals are happy, but this one was doing something about it. But whatever it was that they were doing, they were kind of, you just stepping out. It was just stepping out. There was no love there. There was just no, it was just selfish. Very selfish. The energy is gaining momentum. Confidence is key to success. If there's a separation going on with someone that you guys know, it's happening rather rapidly, quickly. It's like a boom, bam, slam. Where did this come from type of thing. But slowly but surely, who's Shirley? I don't know. Engagement. Whatever it is, they're gonna lock it in. Ace, 7, and 2 of Pentacles. They're gonna lock it down. They're gonna lock it in. Whatever it is that they're locking in, they're starting off really small behind the scenes. But also, whatever it is that they're doing, or whatever it is that they're known for or starting, they really want the specific person that they're seeing to be a part of it. Oh, that was wild.